This is RJCNN. Hello everyone and welcome to RJCNN. Today is June 8th, 2018 and I am RJC, here to bring all news, Persona, and even some other stuff too. And let's get it started now. Now, this first piece of news, I'm sure you're all already aware, as this is huge news I'm just so excited about. We've been waiting forever to hear about this. We speculated as to whether or not we'd even be getting these games. Yes, Persona 3 Dancing Moon Night and Persona 5 Dancing Star Night have been announced to be localized for the rest of the world outside of Japan. It looks like maybe going to be a name change. And the game's new titles are Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight and Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. Now we already do have these games in the Japanese form, and I can assure you that they're great games and worth the overseas effort. But if you're not willing to import them, you may want to wait to get too excited to play these games, as they won't be released until early 2019. Another slightly disappointing caveat: the PS Vita release for us here in the US will be digital only. The PS Vita is digital only, and as a Vita lover, that makes me sad, as I would definitely love to own the games physically. But it's not too big of a deal. I'll definitely be buying them digitally, and probably the physical PS4 versions as well, to unbox for you all. So we at the Compendium will be owning several copies of the game, and I'm fine with that. Let's see. As I'm sure everyone is aware, E3 is upon us, and while I don't get too excited for E3, since I like to just be surprised when it arrives, what Atlus has presented is super cool. Every attendee at E3 2018 who is given a badge will have this awesome Persona 3 Dancing Starlight and Persona 5 Dancing Moonlight are on it, and you look closely at it, you can see there's also one of these big giant Persona bags available, and that they love giving those out. When I went to Anime Expo, I got a Persona 5 one, and it's super cool. I'm really jealous of anyone who can obtain one of these, and if anyone watching has obtained an extra and would like to donate it, I will gladly accept it. Oh, another thing of note, that Atlus has been showing off at their booth this year is a new trailer for the upcoming remake of one of my favorite games, Catherine Full Body. I couldn't find the trailer online, but I'm sure it's super cool, and from just using my imagination, I am so excited to get this game. Whether it's on PS4, Vita, or maybe PS5. Here's a question. Does playing video games ever make you hungry? What about thirsty? There's nothing better after playing a video game all night than going to your local cafe and buying food that looks like the video game you were just playing. I know this may sound to everyone watching this in the US, but to our Japanese friends, this reality is of tomorrow, June 9th, 2018. If you live in Japan or want to take a quick trip, go to any Pasaela Resorts Cafe / karaoke bar and satisfy your hunger with these Persona meals and Persona drinks. I'm actually really jealous of everyone in Japan who has the opportunity to eat this stuff, because I love neat looking fizzy drinks like this, and if I were to go, I'd have to try that Velvet Room drink for sure. And probably the Fuka drink, actually. Maybe both, even. As for which Persona character's food I would want to eat, I guess Yukari on one looks pretty tasty. Waiter, I'll take one of these and a copy of Persona 3 Dancing in Mood Night on the Vita, please. Winding down our Persona news for the week, which I know there wasn't too much of as it's only been a few days since the last RJCNN, but I think all the news stories were very interesting, and that's a bit of quality over quantity for you this time. Our final story, at any rate, is that the numbers are in for Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, the one with Persona characters, and it's sitting on a solid 16,000 copies sold in Japan. I'm not sure if that's really good or bad, but this game is honestly, I don't even know anything about this game. I'm kind of just assuming it's a way for people to play without a PS3 to play Persona 4 Arena characters on the PS4. I don't know, but but I don't think it's like a big game that was expecting lots of numbers or anything, so I doubt this will have any negative effect on future Blaze Blue or Persona games. And even though I know nothing of this game yet, that doesn't matter, as right here we have a copy, and today on the Streampendium, you the viewer and I will and Gecko and whoever else will find out what this game holds inside, and I can't be more excited. Oh, that's too bad. Okay. And just when you thought it was over, I'm sneaking one little extra story for everyone, which isn't too far off base from what we were just talking about. Arc System Works, the guys who brought us Persona 4 Arena, have hinted at a Persona 5 Arena in an interview. I can't wait to see what they pull out for that game. I'm just so happy right now. It feels like we're getting these Persona games left and right, and I can't wait for all of them. And that's about all we have for Persona 5A at the moment, but don't worry, because as soon as any news comes out on it, just tune in to RJCNN and I will inform you all of it without any bias except in favor of Persona. Now with that, let's jump into the weather today. Today we have Toast with the weather. Take it away, Toast.
Hey everyone, it's time for the weather with Toast. You guys did catch me off guard. I wasn't expecting to do the weather. As you can see, I'm in a trunk right now. So yeah, I was kind of caught off guard. But the weather feels pretty hot. It's like I don't know, it might be a trunk thing, but I think it's hot out there. There's this little hole I could probably, yeah, you can see the sky's kind of blue out there from this little hole in the ceiling. Well, that's the weather, so back to you, RJC. I hope you... Okay.
Oh my god, I can't hear like anything. Were you like...
Alright, well thank you very much, Toast. Excellent as always reporting. I hope you got out of that trunk and are safe now. It definitely has been pretty hot recently. And for our final segment today, we are joined by a Compendium fan favorite, The Post. Take it away, Post, with Post on Politics.
Yes, the Post is back. I'm a little exhausted. Normally we would do this on a Monday, and they're making me do this on a Wednesday. Short notice. So I kind of thought maybe it's time for me to negotiate my contract. And so I went to Fat Bastard. I talked to Fat Bastard. And he, you know, he's the only one that really gets paid. Him and Toast. Toast's a true professional, and obviously he went to junior college to get that degree. And so anyway, they explained that, you know, I have Social Security and I'm on welfare, so I don't really need to get paid, but they're thinking of me and they want a long-term investment. So I am investing in Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I don't know anything about them, but Fat Bastard, he explained it to me. I get to draw out of a thing, and once a week I get a new card. He said it's long-term, probably 5 to 10 years, and then I can cash them in. I mean, it's done by the Japs, so, you know, they're good with money. So I figured, yeah, that's what I'll do. Anyway, I got a little bit of static last week when I talked about my equipment. Yeah, my girlfriend jumped me. She did. And I took another look. I guess, you know, it's not major equipment. It's all right. But so anyway, I apologized to her. We're doing fine. And what else was I going to say? Oh, I got a joke for you. So this guy, he goes in, he's at the bar and having a drink, and there's a girl there, and they're talking. And actually, this was a friend of mine. True story. And they're talking and having a good time, and it's getting a little bit late, and she goes, you want to go over to my place? And he goes, sure. So they go over, and as they go in, she goes, I'm going to get something more comfortable on. And he goes, all right. So she goes in the bedroom, and he immediately, like any man would do, drops all his clothes, buck naked right in the middle of the living room. She comes out kind of shocked, and she looks him up and down, and she goes, who are you going to please with that? And he looked up and down and looked at her and said, me.
And you heard it here first, everyone. Before we sign off, I'd like to thank everyone for showing up and watching the emergency Friday RJCNN. I know it through all of our satellite correspondents having to get the reports ready on such short notice, but I thank all of them for that as well. I think it worked out pretty well. I'd like to announce that for next week there will not be an RJCNN or StreamPendium, so hopefully no news happens so that you don't miss anything, and we'll be back immediately after, continuing as normal. That said, everyone stick around. That covers everything for today. For our live viewers, we'll be continuing the stream momentarily with an unboxing of BlazBlue Cross Tag, gameplay, a video recording, and just so much stuff. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Just take a picture of me. Oh, this is RJCNN.